Welcome in, beautiful souls. Okay, so I have another message today. Spirit has asked me if I would do a reading, so I agreed. And I pulled out a bunch of decks here, and cards just started falling out, so I'm going to just get right into it. So, this deck here, these cards here, the Eternal Validation, this is about your inner clarity. This is about, external judgments and how the people that are around you, it's for them to lose their authority over you, basically. So trusting your own sense of things, knowing that you have protection. This is all about your reclaiming of your personal power. And in a way, it's a way to like burn away your need to rely on energetic or psychological energies of others, losing interest and becoming like others. So you could really be going through a lot of this right now. Also, it's about opening the portal to become yourself and to create your own world, and not giving your authority of your life to others, or in your life, of your life, in your life, whatever. So I guess the thing is, like, look at how you could have or are owning your, or giving your power away. So I guess that's really what this card's all about. It's like, are you giving away your power, or are you holding other people's opinions to matter for you? Do you know what I mean? I know we all want to feel accepted and all that, but sometimes breaking away from the herd is really necessary, right? So then we have this one here, which is Central Fire, the True Will. And you see how this individual here feels like, they're holding all this weight and, trying to, I don't know. It's about having the strength, right? The true will is about breaking old patterns that no longer serve you and overcoming great challenges and allowing your life purpose to unfold. And, we have different life purposes. We don't just have one. Do you know what I mean? So, summoning great strength to make the change or the changes, whatever that is for you. This is being true to your birthright as a spark of creation. And then we have this one here, the dream speaking. Now, the dream speaking is about your expression through whatever creation that you have or possess. You know what I mean? So it could be art, it could be writing, it could be music, it could be dance, it could be any of those and many others. So this is about sharing your wisdom and the wealth of your like the way it is. Like, we all come here with special gifts and talents. So knowing what that talent or gift is, right? And then sharing that. But that's the trick, is knowing what that is first, so that you can, like, discovering that, so that you can, and that something, it will be something that will nourish your soul. And then once it nourishes your soul, it will then nourish other people. It'll nourish other souls. You know what I'm saying? So then we have the shadow here, the shadow guardian, earth of water. And the shadow guardian here, like, it looks like a bunch of teeth, right? So it's almost like how, like when things go wrong and your energy gets pulled down and into different directions that, you're not expecting or not wanting, or, just life turns you upside down. This shadow guardian here, this is about unfolding of yourself, like unfolding self. It's changing our perspective, and think about it that all clouds have a silver lining type of thing. Like, each barrier that you face is protecting something hidden, some kind of treasure that's to be yet discovered, right? So, I guess this is where, like, what are the problems in your life that's coaxing you to become, to allow the unfolding? And then we have this one here, which is empowered discernment. This is the fire of air. And, you know, this I found like really connected to this one because, well, all of them really, I guess, because the empowerment of the power discernment card here is, what are the choices that we cut away? You know, what divides, what demeans us, you know, what disempowers us. And this is all about being wise in our choices regarding what we allow in our lives. So this has a lot to do with boundaries. So every tough decision helps empower ourselves, right? And it gives us even a greater effect because the tough decisions are the ones that carry the most weight in shaping our future. You know what I mean? So having those boundaries in place, and it's reclaiming your creative energies as well, right? So knowing yourself up to be of importance is really like critical in your thinking. So your perspective is really being encouraged there. Now I had other cards come out too, and this is like a new deck here. Well, actually there's a few new decks here. So there's this one and this one are new decks here. So they want me to pull out a Dimensions of Light card here. And you know, it was funny too because number 48, when I did like a quick meditation yesterday, as soon as I went into a meditation, I got this like burst of light that, you know, and it flashed into my mind and then disappeared really quick, kind of like this. But I mean, it didn't have the yellow. It was just like white, like this here, but it was like really big. And I shuffled this deck here because this is new. I shuffled it when I turned it over. It says, feel the universe you are. And I thought, oh, you wanted the mudra deck. So I pulled out the mudra deck as well. So we're going to pull one of these here and see what messages. And I thought it was quite interesting too, because Spirit kept asking me this morning, like, do you want to do a reading? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And then I got busy and they're like, do you want to do a reading? I'm like, yeah, sure, let's do it. And then it just seems to be taking me forever to get to it, but they kept asking, so it must be something fairly important. This one. Okay. You know, the other thing too is they had me, the first deck they had me bring out was my Mayan deck. So that immediately told me that there's some kind of lesson in here for us. So let me just set these cards over here. Okay. You know, that almost looks like, I don't really know. I have to double check that here. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, I thought it was the yin and yang symbol in the middle, but it looks like it's just the opening of a flower, like a sunburst type of energy. You know, I see all these colors too. I wonder if this is like, has to do with like higher dimensions. Number 16 breaks down to a 7. Okay, so we're going to just put this over here. And they also want me to bring out the Mayan deck here. And I just, some of these I wouldn't even touch the decks because, you know, like when I touched this one here and I was just trying to pre-shuffle, these all fell out. And then I was trying to pre-shuffle this and they all fell out. So I was just like, okay, I'm not going to shuffle any more of the decks. Well, I tried to shuffle this one and then I just turned it over. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to stop shuffling decks here. Okay, Spirit, what do you want here? Manifestation. Just the card. Dreamer and dreamed. Isn't there one here about being dreamed? Yeah, dream speaking. Okay. Manifestation. Okay, so I guess I'll just set these ones aside for now. And the mudra. So these cards here that come out, this is power with volcanoes. This is the internal validation. This is, this is like talking about how, we all have that internal power. I'm going to read these though because they have short little meanings. And this is building atoms. This is about the true will. They're talking a lot about having power, and this is speaking your word and your voice. So the dream speaking, I just noticed that. You want this card. There's messages here. Let me see what they want here in these. This is a new deck, so I'm not familiar with them. Well, the soul and the passion here, this I would assume is our body, mind, and spirit, right? This is about being empowered, to empower your body, your mind, and your spirit. Using your discernment and your will. Now, I see all these butterflies too, so I would have to assume that this is, oh, and a dragonfly too, that this is a lot about transformation. Oh, this card actually says transformation here. This is you being maybe in the cocoon and then you're transforming, like going through. Yeah, that makes sense because you're in the shadow, right? This is the pressure, the transformation. Create the pressure is what creates the transformation. Okay, so let's go over here to volcano. I want to see what this is. So number 9. Power, okay. Old grudges should be released and let go. Heavy energy hurts us. Should we hold it for too long? Allow your anger to flow through you rather than saving it all up for an explosive release. Reformation may be necessary. Sometimes the greatest powers are hidden from view and have the power to create or destroy. And that's basically what these cards are talking about up here. About allowing, having a different perspective, allowing that pressure to help you discover your true self. This is the internal validation, not needing anyone else's, like not looking outside yourself, knowing the power is within. But, also not to allow, I feel like bugs are crawling on my head. There was something landed on my head when I was outside. Having that inner clarity too is a lot about the truth. When you find that clarity, they're pointing out this eye here, and then I see this eye over here. Your guides are keeping an eye on you. They're trying to encourage you. This is building atoms. Feels like something crawling on my head. So everything is connected by the same building blocks of matter. You are electric and vibrating in motion. Being stagnant in your beliefs and growth is unnatural. Building and changing is natural. There is room for infinite variety. The true will. That's breaking the old patterns. It's almost like this new world's being formed here with your different thinking, your perspective. This is the old world here that is being burned away and reformed in your psyche. This is good. This is very good. So the dream speaking here, speaking your word, your voice. Dream speaking is all about your expression. There could be something that you're trying to create. Let's see. It's what, 25. speaking your word. Use your voice, speak up, sing your song out of the universe. It's often not what you say, but how you say it. Speak plainly and tell your story. Is there something else here? I think there's something else here. The voice is air-powered instrument, the sound of which is made by the movement of pressure air over the vocal cords. The vocal cords vibrate, making audible pulses that are adjusted by the muscles of the larynx to give a unique variety in pitch and tone. The sound is further filtered by the lips, cheeks, and facial muscles, as well as the position of the neck and chest. Every person's voice is quite unique because of the combinations of their physiology. Although we do like to mimic others for fun. Oh my. I guess that's where not seeking outside validation, because there could be somebody mimicking or mocking you in some way. I get mocked all the time, so who cares, right? Yeah, the voice is one way humans express and create emotion in themselves and others, and of course communicate through complex language. Okay. So they're talking about here about being able to speak out about what is important to us is even more vital. You must use your voice both kindly and for greater good, not being afraid to speak out about injustices or to change a bad law or system that has changed the world for the better. Like I said here, you're burning up these old ways of thinking. And with that, it's helping to create this new universe. See all these little lights here? This is us. Like this is us bringing light to a new reality. Burning away this old. Not worrying about this external validation stuff anymore. Well, this is good. This is very good. Okay, in the shadow. So I think a lot of you guys have gone through your shadow. I mean, some could just be going into their shadow, but yeah, because it's like number 25 and then number 26, so it's like almost the next step, right? But these two cards fell out first, and then the others came. This looks like two cards. No. Okay, so 26, transformation with pressure. You can view pressure as being negative, or you can see it as being a shaper, director, or positive influence. Find a happy medium where you can benefit and not be disadvantaged. Yeah, that's because of this energy here, the shadow guardian. The shadow guardian is all about looking at ourselves from different angles, different perspectives, right? And allowing the unfolding to take place. And it happens because we end up under pressure. I mean, it happens through illnesses. It can happen through, people's passing. It could also happen through heartbreak, the loss of, your entire, everything that you've ever worked for, your family, your jobs, like your business, whatever, you know what I mean? The loss, like that pressure is what changes us. It's what helps us become something more. And I know that's really hard sometimes to accept, but humans just won't change otherwise. We're just so dang stubborn. Yeah, it's almost like that pressure is put on you to help you define yourself in a different way. What does it say here? Okay, so pressure is simply defined as how much something is pushing on something else and is measured scientifically by the analysis of an applied force by liquid or gas, atmospheric or barometric pressure, whatever, is the pressure within the Earth's atmosphere. Blood pressure is how much pressure the force of the circulating blood is applying to the veins and arteries of the body. What is going on, Spirit? So pressure can be shaping influence, especially when applied to the Earth's crust. Okay. Okay, so modern people often refer to the pressure their jobs, bosses, or life in general poses on them. Many people perform best under pressure, viewing it as a focusing force, while studies show a small amount of pressure can assist performance in a wide variety of fields. Emergency physicians, the military, and pilots train under higher than average pressure situations. However, there can be a point when too much pressure harms cognitive performance, when the pressure becomes overwhelming and is impossible to focus clearly. See, and this is true. That's why when you're under too much pressure, you need to take a step back and do some breathing exercises and not make any decisions when you're like, especially if fear is involved, like, fear of losing your job, fear of your business going under, because you can make rash and hasty and not very wise decisions. That's why they're talking about the internal validation. Don't look outside of yourself when you have to make these decisions. Go within. Go within to make these decisions. And do it like it. Make sure that you're in a calm state of mind. Yeah, thanks, Spirit. So here we go. Passion here. This is about the soul. Empowered discernment. Yeah, exactly. Being empowered in discerning your energy from others and being able to, what is the spark that lights you up? Oh, that's cool, because the true will is about the spark of creation. What is the spark that lights you up? The divine lives within you. Consider your motivations carefully. Know that your resistance where your resistance lies. We all have more than one purpose in life, yeah. And having a passion makes us feel more alive. Yeah, this is soul, mind, and body, spirit. Soul, mind, and spirit, yeah. So this is about this card here with the empowered discernment here. Because the empowered discernment is about cutting away things that demean us or disempowers us in some way, right? So what is it that you're allowing in your life? Like, you need to cut it away, like putting down your boundaries, right? Think of it as like a picket fence, and you're not going to let, the neighbor's dog come over and like bite your kids. You know what I mean? So the idea that passion lives within your heart and soul is both an ancient and common one. To put your heart into an activity means to dedicate yourself completely or to make a great effort. To live your passion means your soul is expressing itself through someone or something. A gift shining through. Charisma. So the Greek word charisma is gift of grace. And in ancient Greek, it meant literally a gift shining through. Passionate people are easy to identify. They are focused, action-oriented, and propelled by their intensity. The friend that cannot stop talking about their new love interest, the teacher who lights up when they are teaching their subject, the scientist who stays up all night, night after night, happily working on the research, All are examples of passion and action. Oh, this is actually a fire sign. That's cool because then you have the fire of air there. And the celestial fire over here. There's a lot of fire going on here. Well, these are element cards too, so. This is interesting. So whether or not you believe in the concept of the soul, it is hard to not believe in purposeful passion. We do not need a spiritual framework to see the good being engaged when we try to attain something we want to or believe we can do. Funny spirit. Okay, so when I was getting ready to set these up, Spirit reminded me of something that I used to do when I was a kid, when I was in school. And I used to try to cheat the system because I have psychic abilities and I was able to do a lot of guesswork, you know what I mean? Instead of actually learning and going through the process, I would like when it come to tests and stuff, instead of studying, I try to train my psychic abilities through my schoolwork, but they wouldn't let me cheat. I used to get so mad at them. And I used to think well, what's the point of it? What's the point of me having this gift if I can't use it to my advantage, right? But that's what it was, because it would have tainted my soul, right? And then tainting my soul is something that I would not have, on a soul level, I would not have liked that. You know what I mean? And now I'm glad that they did prevent me from cheating because, well, cheating's not good in any capacity, you know? So, yeah. But boy, did I want to cheat bad. I tried my hardest. Okay, so we're going to go with these. Ooh, what's this here? Mental discipline, yeah. Do you want these? Mental discipline. Night shift. Well, that's interesting. No. Okay. They weren't meant to come out here. I'm just going to separate these here. I think they want me to do a control. My God. It's on the bottom. Raise your frequency. That's very interesting. Number 17. Rewilding. Imaginal cells. Raise your frequency. Comes over here. I keep splitting it on that number 2. Doingness, beingness. There's something in this they want me to... I split that on this twice before I started this reading. And I didn't take the card, and then I just split it again. What do I do with the book? This is the empathic one. Okay. Okay, what's number 2? Your aspirations are commendable, dear one. We see how much you want to be a force for good, to raise up and support your earthly brothers and sisters, and to contribute healing, peace, prosperity, and wellness to all who inhabit this planet. You have a heart that deeply desires to make a difference, and your engine has been running non-stop. Let us assure you, you are making a difference, and your contributions do matter. Yet whatever your chosen method of offering your loving service to the world, the weight of your ambitions has grown unwieldly and is threatening to topple you. In the pursuit of service to others, you have forgotten the value of being. The ratio of doing to being in your essence has grown out of balance. Doingness first begins with beingness. The wild feminine and the being principle is the creative force that gives birth to the dream. The dream speaking. In her cosmic womb, she inherently knows how to make space for a living thing to grow. The masculine is the doing, so acts in service to her vision. But first, she must have the time to be still, to download the vision and gestate it in her womb. You must nurture the infant creation, tune into right timing, and care for her as the divine carrier of this royal seed of potential. Just as a human mother cannot force her fetus to develop faster or be born sooner, so too the archetypal feminine needs the appropriate and full amount of time required to manifest her creation. Otherwise, it is born prematurely. So there could be something like trying to force it, and that's why they reminded me when I was setting this up. They reminded me of that, of trying to cheat the system. I was trying to cheat the system. I was trying to put the cart before the horse. Everything is in certain timing. Everything has to take place in certain timing. You can't rush it. So, even though you could be like where they're talking about like the male is doing the action, like the doing, and the female is like doing the gestation, it's like you're still working towards it, but yet still allowing it to nurture naturally. Because if it comes premature, it will fail. Or it won't reach its fullest potential. Okay, so what is this one? I don't know any of these cards. I mean, it's like a dictionary, for God's sake, in these cards here. 18. What do you want here? Oh my God. So the rewilding. In the field of conversation, rewilding is in process, a progressive approach that refers to practicing of allowing land to return to its natural state in order to restore, repair, and rebalance ecosystems previously under threat. It's about letting nature take care of itself and enabling the natural rhythms of wildlife to create wilder and more biodiverse habitats. Beloved child of the stars, unleash your wild spirit and reclaim your undomesticated soul expression as co-creator with the awesome forces of nature. You are a conqueror, a wrangler of these untamed forces of the universe, both within and without. So that's why that's why it has like the power of the volcano, the internal validation, the true will building on the atoms here. See that there's like this spiral of atoms, just like they're showing the atoms here. Releasing the old to bring in the new. But you can't cheat the system. You can't cheat the universe. No matter what you do, you can't cheat it. There's universal laws that need to be followed. I just keep thinking about when I was a kid, I was trying to cheat the system by using my psychic abilities. And you know what? Every time I was like, okay, well, every time I did it, they made sure I got the answer wrong. And I used to get so dirty with them. So I had to like rely on my memory of studying, and I hated that. Okay. Through the sophisticated refinery of human energy body, you are able to convert the feral, pulsing power of the universe into manifest form. Look at that. And we got the manifestation card come out. The Oracle of Rewilding is about gathering, honoring, living in harmony with, and joyfully expressing the raw life impulse of the cosmos. It is about embodying and glorifying the awesome passion and beauty that exists in everything, especially your exquisite planet. This oracle can imply multiple paths, so listen to your heart to discern. And that was, like the empowered discernment card here, okay? What aspects of your life is seeking to rewild itself? Is the Oracle of Rewilding asking you to play a greater role in environmental matters, to spend more time in wild spaces, to create more wild areas in your yard or community, to advocate or teach? Humanity has forgotten its symbolic connection to the earth and natural world and has rejected living in harmony with nature's rhythms and cycles. Are you being asked to live in greater balance and synergy with the natural world? From the personal to the planetary and every level in between your civilization, and each precious human within can benefit from rewilding. In recent decades on your planet, too much concern over offending others has precipitated a false kindness, a false consideration in your society's written and spoken word. In the Oracle of Rewilding, inviting you to shatter your verbal inhibitions and use your voice to speak truth. If you have been receiving messages related to using your voice through writing, speaking, teaching, singing, or any form of communication, take those signs seriously and know that you are supported and moving boldly forward. Okay, as you do, know too that a clearly stated position by default will cause polarization. Taking a stand, having an opinion, drawing a boundary, stating a point of view, these actions create an anchor point. Something solid for people to react to, often either being magnetized toward or repulsed by the particular energetic field that is created. In expressing yourself, you will be seen, which much trigger immense fear or past life atrocities of being punished, ostracized, or even killed for standing out. I wasn't sure if I could use that word. It is okay for people to not agree with you. Release yourself from the pressure of needing to please everyone. Give yourself permission to speak freely. If you have the willingness and desire, your guides will support you in rewilding your authentic voice. Yeah, they're really talking a lot about use like your discernment, your inner validation, and you got speaking, you got dream speaking here, and then speaking your word here. What's this one here? I mean, there's much more to that card, but I'm not reading all that because it's like 5 pages or something crazy. Okay, what is 27? Okay, the imaginal cells is a scientific term referring to the parts of the caterpillar that hold the information of the butterfly. Isn't that interesting? They brought out the butterflies too, because that's what this has all been about. For a caterpillar to become a butterfly, it must surrender its form entirely. My cat is screaming out there. I don't know if you can hear him. Hold on, I gotta go get him. He sounds like, oh, I don't even know what to think of that. I don't know. I'm going to say he's been a nervous wreck lately. And you know, like I noticed that I've been, it's almost like, I don't know if it's the energy that shifted and I don't recognize, I don't know what's going on, but I've been noticing like, I don't know, like odd sounds or whatever. And it kind of like, they startle me a little bit and it kind of like puts this like, it's like it upsets my nervous system or something. It's kind of strange. I actually was noticing it before I started this reading and I was like, what is going on? And I was wondering if it was the new energy that has been kind of taking over the planet, like all these solar flares and all the planets lining up and all this DNA stimulation and cell activations. And okay, so what are we here? The caterpillar becomes a butterfly. Yeah, you have to surrender. Yeah. It must trust the turning on of its dormant codes that will recognize or reorganize the metamorphosis. Oh, you know, they showed me a card that was metamorphosed too. Its body into a brand new form. Once contained inside the cocoon, the caterpillar begins to deconstruct, becoming much as it does so. It yields its current state to the new parts that have been activated to grow when the imaginal cells turn on. The dream speaking, celestial spirit. I think this has to do with the unfolding of self. Okay. Okay, so as it does so, it yields its current state to the new parts that have been activated to grow when the imaginal cells turn on. Right timing is everything. Okay, so I think maybe some people are just like, oh, I've been trying this for so long. I've been trying to manifest, yada, yada, yada. But the thing is, like, it all has to be in a certain way. Like, you have to have your boundaries in place. You have to know thyself. You have to know the passions that you want. You have to put the action in the passions. You have to let it, cook, stew for a little while, It's all in a perfect timing. You can't rush it. You can't skip the process. Just like me trying to cheat when I was a kid. And trying to cheat on the tests. I wasn't, you know what I mean? It had to, there was a process to it. And it taught me a valuable lesson too. When they wouldn't allow me to cheat. Because I used to get dirty with them. Be like, this is just stupid. Like, why do I even have these abilities if I can't use it to my advantage? But they were teaching me a lesson in that. There was a lesson in it. That trying to skip through the process of things is not the way to go. And it never will be the way to go. They won't allow it. It just, the universe cannot, it just isn't going to work. The imaginal cells are prevented from turning on until the precise right time is indicated by the secretion of certain hormones within the caterpillar as each component of the butterfly is created. The legs, the wings, the antenna, and its old body is essentially recycled into a new form. So, dear one, you are in a massive cycle of transformation. Yeah, this is what I already figured with this card here. It's about the transformation, the soul here. Oh, this card says transformation on it too. Your spirit knows this. The dormant codes of the next octave of your unique divine expression in human form rests within your energy body. This metamorphic cycle you are in is the catalyst to activate these codes. If you have been fighting it, resisting, struggling, or even refusing to accept what is inevitable, your soul lovingly extends a hand and whispers to your heart, I love you. Do not fear. You will not die. Your new form will be more beautiful and exquisite than you can ever imagine. Your new light body will grant you the vision and perspective to see life from a height that was not possible before. Allow this to happen, beloved one. Cease all resistance, for it consumes valuable life energy, force energy that you need for your metamorphosis and for the greater cosmic purpose on this planet, and that you are uniquely qualified for. Trust, receive my grace. You are safe. You will be reborn anew. See, this is what I was talking about. Like, I don't know if it was all the energy that was kind of making me, like it was certain sounds were just disrupting my nervous system, and it was like creating some kind of weird fear would run through me. And I was thinking, is something bad coming? Because every time, every time when I knew something bad was coming my way, I would just get this, like, it's like all my cells would like light up, and it would like course through me like lightning basically, and it would leave like my nervous system like unnerved. And then that's how I always knew something bad was coming, and something always bad always showed up. So that's why I was kind of like, oh, this is not what that meant when I was getting that before I started this reading. But I've also have been getting it, well, since yesterday actually. So it could be just the new energies and like new things are, I don't recognize this new cell activity, right? In shamanic terms, this type of death and rebirth cycle is called shamanic dismemberment or psychic dismemberment. Symbolically, you are being dismembered in order to be remembered, recombined into a new form. Figuratively, humans die and are reborn multiple times throughout life. Sometimes through small and relatively easy cycles, and sometimes through enormous and grueling cycles. In the end, the seasoned traveler recognizes that resistance only delays the process, prolongs the discomfort, extends the fear and anxiety, and siphons vital life force energy. Surrounding to the process does not mean defeat. Giving up that you lost or that your life is forfeit is simply means the absence of struggle. So that's what they're talking about, this pressure in the shadow guardian here. Raise your frequency. Is there more here? If you also pulled the Remember Oracle, which we did not. Okay. Number 17. Let's see what this is. I knew this is going to be a big learning thing because every time they bring out that Mayan deck, I always know there's a lesson to be learned here. Beloved, this is this one now. Beloved, you are being asked to tend to your vibrational frequency and focus on keeping it as high as possible. The higher the frequency you carry, the easier it is to be unaffected by triggers, bad news, trauma, and disappointment. That's what I was talking about, like those sounds. They must have been something from my past that, I mean, my mind forgot them, but my body did not. You know what I mean? The cells of my body did not forget them. Those noises, those sounds. So it was creating these triggers of old traumas. Okay. The higher the frequency, the more effortless it is to view life's events from a detached perspective. That provides for grace, compassion, and understanding. The higher the frequency, the greater the access to joy and a level state of mind and emotions. Raising your frequency doesn't occur through just one activity. It can be accomplished through many means. This includes doing inner child or shadow work. Yeah, and that's the shadow guardian. Comes right out on the transformation and the soul and the discernment. Because this is all about your boundaries over here. This is all about not allowing people to tell you who you are, basically. Okay. Performing regular energy hygiene, practicing forgiveness, engaging in spiritual, meditative, and life force building practices, and studying with a spiritual teacher. What guidance does your inner knowing present to you at this time? What is the right and perfect combination of frequency raising practices that would resonate with you and support your soul's mission? Your attention is being called to assess this because the next phase of your spiritual earth work is upon you. I was just about to say that too. I was just about to say it's because of all the new energies. Like, this is something that if you don't raise your frequency, then it's going to become really hard on the body, right? And your mind too, right? What universe consciousness is preparing you to engage in, even if it's not yet in your own conscious awareness, will require you to fortify and strengthen your energy container, your auric field, and your etheric body. The soul here, the passion, the body, mind, or the mind, body, and spirit. This doesn't mean life is about to get harder for you. Life is about to expand exponentially for you. You will be given the exquisite opportunity to travel multidimensional highways of space and time, access subtle forms of energies, learn esoteric knowledge, and communicate and receive communication in ways that you have only just begun to imagine. These skills will be necessary for the next expression of your soul purpose, and your body needs to be prepared. In order to access higher dimensions of consciousness, one must be able to achieve and maintain a high personal vibratory field. This will take time, discipline, and practice, and you are being asked to commence now. Do not worry, dear one, for we would not be asking this of you if you were not ready. This oracle is not a message of hurry up, you're behind. This is a revelation of the vast ground you have already covered. This has prepared you beautifully for the next phase of growth and expansion. Wow. You are ready precisely because of the many years of disciplined spiritual and energetic practices that you have already engaged in. So whether or not you are clear about what lies before you, we implore you to begin now, even if you don't know exactly what to do or why you are doing it. Trust your intuition, your internal validation, your empowered discernment. Trust the signs the universe gives you. All you need to do is ask the universe will start placing perfect people and resources in front of you. Your soul knows. Your heart knows. You are being asked to trust in the wisdom of the collaboration between your soul and universal consciousness. You still have important work to do on this planet. Okay, hold on a sec. There's something here about raising your frequency. Let me see what it says here. Okay, hold on. Let's see what it says here. Frequency raising library. There are many ways to raise your personal frequency, and it is recommended to choose a multifaceted approach. Sit with this list and invite your soul, higher self, spiritual team, and universal consciousness to help you select the perfect prescription that your body needs for your imminent sacred work. Okay, so this is what it's saying here. So become attuned to Reiki or energy modality, receive Reiki or other energy treatments, meditate, engage in tantric practices, Clear out clutter. Pray. Smudge with sage, sweetgrass, Palo Santos. Rattle or drum. Chant or intone. Do a cleanse. Drink high quality water, reverse osmosis and high pH. Diffuse, wear, or bathe with essential oils. Work with flower essences. Oh, that's funny. You know what? I've been picking flowers and bringing them, and I've never done that before, but I've been called to do it the past month or so, I guess. And I've never done that before, so here I am pulling flowers in all the time. That's interesting. See how like my soul just knows to do it, just like your soul will know to do it. Like, don't fight it. Like if you just feel like picking a flower, pick the flower and bring it home. If you feel like, sliding into a bath, slide into the bath. You know what I mean? Perform ceremony and ritual. Make pilgrimage to a sacred site. Listen to binaural beats. Do your inner work. Practice Ho'oponopono. Engage in breathing meditations, counting breath, alternate nostril breathing, and following the breath. Practice shamanic breath work. Wear or work with crystals and stones. Reduce electronic noise and light pollution. When they talk about... I'll tell you something that I did about... it's been probably close to a year. Like those LED lights? I can't be around them because they pulsate. I can see the pulsating light that goes like this off of them. And it literally drives me nuts. And I can't focus on anything other than this like weird pulsating. So I replaced them all with the old bulbs. I mean, I don't know if they're old. Well, I guess they're old because they're like the ones from like, they're just the regular old iridescent. I think that's what they're called. And yeah, I stopped having the issue. So it was nice. Oh, there's more. Hold on. Practice the emotional freedom technique. I don't know what that is. Work with herbs, teas, tinctures, and essences. Play crystal or singing bowls. Spend more time in nature. Slow down and simplify. Do release work. Improve your diet. Take ritual baths. Limit your exposure to any artificial food, lighting, and or clothing fibers. See, I was just talking about the lighting. And the clothing fibers, yeah, I only wear cotton. Perform a house clearing. That clearing also has to do with removing any old things that you don't like, old newspapers, or I don't know if you have newspapers, but magazines, old books, like old clutter that's in your closet or under your bed or, anything like that, to remove any of that kind of stuff. Because when you remove that kind of stuff, it helps move the energy, right? I like how they did that, right? The imagined self sparkling your word, dream speaking. Okay, so your cells are going through transformation just like mine are. And I knew that just because of the way... Look at this on the bottom. It says the golden children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. Yeah, your rare gifts are going to be showing up. But you can't cheat the system. This is called soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. Okay. I remember soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. You want all these cards, Spirit? Trust the timing. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. What's this one? Oh, the whales again. Whale and orca elders, share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. I did a reading that talked about, they've been telling me about the whales and the dolphins for a really long time. I mean, they're talking about all the different whales, all the different dolphins, all the orcas and everything, all those sounds. These are from Sirius B, these creatures, and you know, see, it looks like a pyramid under the ocean, right? And there are actual pyramids under the ocean. I know here in Canada we have a pyramid called Sophia, but it's upside down. So it doesn't look, but it's in like the Arctic or something somewhere up there. I was being guided there one day with a weird meditation thing that they were telling me about, cracked open. Oh my God, look, the new self. No kidding. Rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. Yeah, see, and they were actually talking about here about the transformation, the shadow guidance, right? That's what cracks you open, and that's what brings these cells. It creates these cells to ignite. It's like it triggers them. This kind of like when you crack open like this, the seas of Manteca, yeah. Seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. No kidding. What's going on with the rooster out there today? That rooster will crow at like 1 o'clock in the morning. It's so obnoxious. Okay. Lifting the veil. Questioning everything. Anything unaligned must go. No kidding. Raise your frequency. Your voice, I guess. Okay, is there anything else here? Look, it's back on the bottom, the golden children. Oh my God. Rare gifts. Star ancestors. Wow. You know, you have all these different gods and goddesses, you know what I mean? Like all the different statues that were left behind over. You know, you even got a lion here from Lyra. Hidden secrets, lost wisdom. Look a little deeper. Yeah. This is Orion energy, polarity, soul growth. Yeah, you are not alone. Okay, let's see here. I want a couple of these. Feel the universe you are. Oh, you want, okay, they want one of these. Looks like an owl. I think that has to do with your intuition, maybe. Owls are all about wisdom and intuition. Okay, so what is it that you want here? They asked me to cut it. Oh, look at that. You know, they were showing me the eyes, too. They kept showing me the eye. Do you want this card? Okay. I don't know why they're having me put them this way, but I don't know. Let's see here. What do you want? This one? Just one? Attract your life. Another pyramid. The pyramids might be really important for you. Oh, feel the universe you are. No kidding, Spirit. I love that. That's so funny. I love when they do that. Let me see what that says, since it was so important to show off. Ugh, what to do with that book? Oh, there's. Oh, that makes sense because this is the Egyptian alchemy oracle, so that makes sense that they were bringing out all the Egyptian, the pyramids and all that kind of stuff here. So what are we here? Whoops. Feel the universe you are. To explore the universe, look inside yourself. No matter how small we are or feel, we are part of it and connected to the infinite in our own unique way. Each of us is a universe within, reflecting the boundlessness around us and reminding us of our own limited potential. And you notice I put it right out on the cell here. So the English poet William Blake poignantly expressed this old age truth with his words. And this is where it comes out on the speaking too. Like this is all about your speaking. So remember your voice, speaking your word. Okay, so William Blake, this is what he wrote. To see a world in a grain of sand and heaven in a wild flower. Funny spirit. Hold infinity in the palm of your hand and eternity in an hour. As above, so below. As below, so above. That is the Hermetic forefathers say. This miraculous symmetry is manifested at every level of life and creation, within and between each of the great physical, mental, and spiritual planes of existence. The second card in correspondence suit, Feel the Universe You Are, calls on you to open heart, mind, and soul and your God-given potential and birthright. Everything you need, you already have. The seed of the divine is planted within you. You were born with it. You are indeed the grain containing a world of possibility. No kidding. Because this all talked about, all of this talked about that you are the God spark. And that's the, what card? That was the true will. That's this one here. Saying that you have the God spark. It's your birthright. Wow, that was cool. Is there anything else here? Yeah, that was cool. I really like these cards. Okay, so what else do you want here, Spirit? You want me to read these? Okay, they want me to read these ones now. Where's that book? Oh, there we go. The Yoga Mudra book here, so I don't often use these cards either. Keep moving forward is what it says here. Courage, protection, clearing the path, cutting ties, fearlessness, freedom. Okay, so this card gives you the thumbs up to dream big and face any fears or doubts that bubble up. It asks you to examine any negative influences around you and break etheric energy ties to people who have let you down in the past. Send them love as you do so. This is all about creating a new space of beginning. You may be delaying a project that could be fulfilling for you. This card is a reminder to simply make a start. Know you can move closer to achieving a major goal by taking the first baby step. Being courageous does not always mean acting boldly or harshly, or brashly, I guess. That's what it says. Courage can also ask you to hold back, breathe, and step forward from a new place. Believe you can and will live a life aligned with your heart's deepest calling. There's an affirmation that goes with that here. That's freaky. When I look at my bracelet, it looks like the bracelet's like the same as what I'm wearing. Well, and they had me wear the bracelet that has my keys on it. Because they said, you guys have the keys. Like, you guys all have the key. Okay. With heartfelt courage, I gaze into the center of fear. As it softens, my path reveals itself. Okay, so what is this one here? I've never seen these cards. Oh, passed it. I'm not even going to say the word, but there it is. So it says soul-centered healing, attracting the right help, balance solar and lunar energies in the body, and invites healing. You know, and they said that in one of these cards, and I was reading that your guides, the universe, whoever, whatever, is going to put the people that you're supposed to meet in your path, and your soul will know. So this card asks you to be sensitive to your body and its needs right now. Make peace with your life journey so far, as it served a purpose. And you know, it comes right out on like the cards about pressure and the transformation and lifting the veil. Yeah. You may not understand it all yet, but in time, clarity will come. Ask yourself, what would support me today? Whether the answer is loud and clear or just a whisper, listen to your intuition and be open to whatever form of support comes your way, including a doctor or professional who can provide exactly what you need at this point in your journey. So there's an affirmation here. You can use these hand mudras when you're meditating. This one as well, like you can use these hand mudras. So in the center I stand, as swirling patterns of mystery fill my mind's eye, revealing synchronicity, uncovering all that's been and all that is becoming. Everything is all as it is meant to be. I am still. And you know, they mentioned here in this card here, the from this deck, and they spoke about, you know, like the beingness, about allowing, like the males doing the doingness and the females doing the beingness. This is allowing it to gestate, to allow it to happen. And you know, it's funny, the card underneath this one says future universes, and then underneath that it's about earth stewardship. Yeah, because we're going to be taking care of the earth in a whole different way than it has been happening for the past, I don't know what, 500, 600, 2,000 years, whatever it's been. All right, what else do you want here? Okay, so then we have number 16, and then the manifestation here. So number 16. Oh, where's that book? Oh, that's interesting. I didn't have that book. I don't know what I did with the... Oh, maybe it's still in the box? Oh, it's still in the box. Should always know they're going to have me read them because I have no idea what any of these are. Number 16. Oops. You cannot miss your destiny. Look at that. You cannot miss your destiny. What is intended for you shall find a way to reach you. However, you can engage in practices that make the sacred reconnection between your clear sense of purpose and the empowerment of the universe manifest more swiftly and joyfully. Look at that. And it came up with the manifest card too. This is cool. And it's all about your creative speaking. The creative speaking has a lot to do with being authentic. You know what I mean? Speaking your truth. Living in your integrity. The right timing cannot be rushed nor forced. Yeah, we've already been told in other cards. So we kind of, I think we got that. Yet it is possible to minimize unnecessary obstacles, clearing the way for the most effortless fulfillment available to you. To do so, connect with and trust your internal rhythms, for the cycles of your soul, rest, expansion, integration, and creation, are in harmony with the wisdom of life itself. For best results, listen to what is happening deep within. Summon the confidence to be guided from within. You may worry that your path is falling away, but it is not. Have faith in what is emerging. They kept bringing that up. So I think a lot of people might be losing faith because, like when you try and try and try and nothing seems to be moving, it takes a gestation period. Just like they were talking about the chrysalis, like the baby in the mother's womb. You know what I mean? It takes time. So I don't know what that is. I have to look that up so what is that? Manifestation. Oh, that's number 10. Manifestation. Page 134. Oops. Okay. Pass key. No kidding. That's why they had me wear the key. Pass key to true identity. In this and all worlds, unlock the gates of great mystery manifesting through you. No kidding. Because, this is where it's all about the transformation here. It's about the pressure. And then it's about like your shadow guarding. And this is where, like when you go through, when all these terrible things happen, it cracks you open and activates your cells. The pain. Okay, so the qualities is intention, motivation, true identity, foundation of essence, self, aligned manifestation. And see, when they refer to your essence, that is your integrity. That is your character and your morals. Your truth speaking. 10 is the ray of manifestation. The foundation of individual self manifesting is its true identity, the foundation of essence self. A potent manifestation awaits you, two worlds combined. The key to manifestation in all realms is through clear intention and the embodiment of divine essence. What does your heart desire to manifest? Begin by aligning with your essence. Essence, aligned with intention, creates an etheric thought form, an energy matrix image. As long as it is unrestricted by limiting beliefs, that's why you need to get a different perspective. That's why they kept bringing up that perspective with those other cards. The energy pattern emerges and evolves. As it evolves, it aligns with the larger pattern until finally it is released into manifestation. In receiving 10, you are being asked to look carefully at your own foundations. What structures and belief systems is your reality built on? What foundations motivate your choices? Yeah, because those other cards were talking about your choices too, right? Like, okay. You are now creating a new foundation, walking into all that you are, your essence self. As the foundation of your essence self emerges, others will recognize your true identity. When you are in resonance with the universe, manifestation is a natural byproduct. Unconstrict your vision to include the seemingly impossible by standing outside your linear perceptions, which dictate that things must occur in a step-by-step way. Instead of trying to figure it out with your ego/mind, remember, resonate with the desired manifestation. See and feel it as already completed, because in non-linear reality it is. By focusing your awareness beyond the static, or appearance in quotations, of reality into a generative quantum active aspect of the creation, the causal matrix of archetypes in sacred geometry. You can naturally precipitate directly that which you desire. Wow. Dream speaking. Well, that was pretty cool. Trust the timing. You know, this is all about like the cells that, oh my God, Spirit, I don't even know what to say now. Is that it? No. Oh, I thought that was the end of the reading. Oh, adaptive transformation. Yeah, that's funny because the ripples. Yeah, this card fell out onto the floor and embrace potential. Explore it. Okay. Embrace change with open arms, for it is the catalyst of your evolution and growth. And we already know that because the card came out already. Embrace potential. Explore abundance for opportunities with an open mind. Answers revealed. Limitless horizons for your journey. Frost of stillness. Embrace the frost of stillness wherein the calm of icy pause, reflective clarity is found. That is like looking within. Yeah, it's a commitment too, right? Commit to this next stage of your development and there will be a promise fulfilled in some form. The cloud of unknowing. Float on the clouds of the unknown, surrender to the mystery and embrace the sacred within. Is that it? Is there another card? I don't know what that was about. Oh, they had me split it. They showed me something there. Growth potential. Okay, so let's see. What is going on here? Divine timing yet again. Look at that. Be patient, for some things take time to manifest fully in your life. Just go with it. Embrace spontaneity and trust the journey, remaining open to unexpected twists and turns along the way. You know, so they have divine time. They brought up the timing a lot, you know, because they were talking about like the gestation and the chrysalis and look, the new worlds. No kidding. There are many more things for you to discover, so don't give up. Don't give up. Okay, do you want some here? What's this here? The judgment. Yeah. Judging yourself and judging others. Don't allow these external voices to dictate to you. Like, you know, you don't need the external validations or the judgments of others, right? Use your inner clarity. You wanted that card? The moon. Yeah. Because that's all about deception. Things that are hidden. Emotions. Subconscious. All right. Good grief. The Nine of Wands. It's all that resilience and defiance. You know, being motivated, right? In times of difficulties. The final push. You're almost there, right? Oh my God, look, it's split on the... Hold on, it's split in here too. The Two of Pentacles. You know, this is coming... That's that balance that they're talking about. And you have this is fate, the destiny with the wheel here. It's finding that balance. Look, in the Judgment. Yeah. Not allowing that to... yeah, a little fun. It starts. It's a new beginning. Yeah. The Fool card. Okay, is that it, Spirit? Yeah, look, the Eight of Wands. There's a lot of energy that's coming in. It's coming in pretty fast, too. Three of Pentacles. This is all that, the teaching and the learning and the community working together. Yeah, leaving a lot of that pain behind. Yeah. Okay, what do you want for underneath the Wheel of Fortune here? Whoa. Cards keep trying to fall on the floor. The Queen of Pentacles. It's beautiful. See these eggs? See how she's nursing these eggs? You know, these rabbits represent the rebirth too. Like the fertility. Nurturing. Nurturing your manifested dreams. Like whatever your dreams are. You know, that this is about material wealth too. Like being that healer. Kind, generous. It's all fated. You know, I notice that they're pointing on this turtle. It's like sometimes it just takes time, like they said. Well, it all has to do with the releasing. And, you know, they're bringing up the whales here again, right? With the Queen of Cups. Wow, it's all those emotions. It's beautiful. You know, the Queen of Cups is very intuitive. Emotional intelligence, love and compassion, having empathy and strength. Again, I mean, it's about like the healing, the love, leading with the heart. You know, and this always represents like releasing of that old, right? Going into these emotions like the moon here. Yeah, just walking away from these people that don't value you. Yeah, the Ace of Pentacles, planting that seed. The Ace of Pentacles has a lot to do with manifesting too. Yeah, this reading's been a lot about manifesting. Yeah, leaving all the pain behind. Yeah, the Eight of Cups here. Putting it to bed, putting it to rest. Walking away from anything that doesn't, like the people that judge you. Yeah, judgment here. Okay, is that it, Spirit? Okay, that's it. Oh, okay, do you want one of these? Oh my God, look, the Earth grid on the bottom of this deck. You want this card? Earth grid. Is there another card in here? Number 10, the triangle. Oh, look at this. Okay, there's something here with this. Well, another about the DNA. It's activating that DNA. It already came out with the cells, right? What book is that? What book? That's a new deck. So, this is Sacred Geometry, actually. They mentioned the Sacred Geometry. Oh, is that guy? Oh, hold on, I just see if he's got body parts hanging out. He does. Well, we're going to give him a little bit of love here. Put a little heart on him. There. He can wear a heart now. I don't think that's going to stay covered up. Okay. Sorry. I was actually going to grab this this crystal here, this quartz, but I thought it might magnify his junk, so that's why I want to because, I mean, I'm trying to like disguise it, not enhance it, you know what I'm saying? Oh my. Okay, so 59 grid. YouTube wouldn't like that too much. Oh my. They're very particular about fellowship. Look at that. It's fellowship. Okay, by pulling this card, you are asked to look at the way energy moves and to observe the choice points in your life that amplify or diminish your energy. What do you feel brings you to your fullest potential, and where does it happen? As you act in fellowship with humankind, community is created. There are places you will feel comfortable, and those that seem to sap your power. As you choose a home on the planet and in the community in which you wish to participate, you activate your place on the earth grid and find resonance with the spirit of place. Fellowship with like-minded individuals can be seen as a communication grid that connects you by travel or by technology to exactly what you need to learn and experience at the moment in time. You know, and I was telling you about, like, it comes out here on the Three of Pentacles, and this is a lot about community here. Okay, so what is the triangle? Number 10. The Trinity. Okay. Drawing this card denotes movement towards strength and completion. You are moving on the life path that puts you in touch with synthesis and the elements of growth, joy, and freedom. Whether you are on that path, take a moment to acknowledge the progress you are making and renew your resolve to act in accordance with that which strengthens and assists you in enjoying and fulfilling your life's purpose. No kidding, Spirit. Okay, and then this one here, 32. I mean, they're just repeating the messages over and over, right? So, divinity of humankind. Choosing this card indicates that you are in search of an ideal, perfection, through elusive remains your quest. Beyond simple perfection, you seek universal truths and their relationship to your present life situation. What are you looking for? It may be the perfect partner, the perfect job, the perfect living situation, or the perfect body. Sacred geometry demonstrates that the ideal exists at all levels, while allowing infinite variety and form. Learning to accept the perfection in all things, including yourself, and the truth of absolute perfection in every moment is the message of this card. Opening to this concept and releasing judgment about perceived imperfections in yourself and others will free you to enjoy greater joy and satisfaction in living. And you know, I noticed it came out on the about the card here where it's about this one here about the shadow, about releasing these people, that but release them in a way that you're not judging them, right? Like, release them, like walk away from them, you know, their judgment, but don't use that, like, don't judge them in a negative way, right? Okay, Spirit, that's it, right? That's it. Okay, so I'm gonna bid you guys all a good day, and I hope this video finds you well, and I'm gonna send you all my love and light, and yeah, I'm glad that you guys are here in this community. So thank you for all the likes and comments, and you know, at times you guys do the what is that, boosting the video or whatever that is. I can't remember what that's called, but you know, I'm very grateful for all of you, so thank you very much. And yeah, love you all. Bye, everyone.